me see. Now y'all gotta let me know if we have sound or whatever, or if this is gonna be a dub tonight. Let me see. Let me get this old one out of here. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me though? That's the most important thing. Because if you can't, then come on. Yeah, okay, you can hear me. Good. All right. So now I got to do everything from scratch. All right. What the hell? What did I just do? All right. Come on, man. Stop the bullshit. All right. We back. I don't know what was going on with the sound, but now all my preparation was for nothing. Okay. All right. It's not like that's never happened before. I gotta do the poll question over again. Let me see. I think I said 0 to 6 months. All right. Just give me a second, y'all. We're gonna be all right in a minute. All right. Okay. All right. We good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. I said it. Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily. It's the daily go-getter-mism show. You think it ain't when it is. You think it won't when it is. We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing. Taking all fast lane, no coasting. And everything is gonna be all right. We talking about as soon as I get better. As soon as I start feeling better. As soon as I start feeling better. As soon as you start feeling better. As soon as you start feeling better. As soon as I start feeling better. As soon as you start feeling better. As soon as we start feeling better. As soon as they start feeling better. As soon as I start feeling better. Soon as you start feeling better. As soon as we start feeling better. God damn it. What the fuck?
You have a call.
Yo.
From.
We good? Hello?
Are you live again?
Yeah.
You still have no sound.
Yes, I know I must have sound because they said I have sound. You on the right live?
I'm going to try it again because it's not even showing that it's connecting or anything.
Nah, this says as soon as you start feeling better, the continuation.
Yeah, that's the one I'm on. Let me try it again.
Well, ain't nobody else saying that, you know what I mean?
Okay, I'm going to look again. This might be the one that just went out, but it's still showing that one as live. And it's got 2 people watching, and it's showing
no
one that's live right now.
No. No. Anyway, gotta go. As soon as I start feeling better. As soon as you start feeling better. As soon as we start feeling better. As soon as they start feeling better. Come on, y'all. Soon as I start feeling better. As soon as you start feeling better. As soon as we start feeling better. As soon as they start feeling better. As soon as I start feeling better. As soon as you start feeling better. As soon as we start feeling better. As soon as they start feeling better. Soon. As soon hope everybody gets better tonight. Hope tomorrow everybody will be feeling nice. As a matter of fact, starting the day, cause when you feel better, you be doing okay. And yo, then your mind gets the thoughts feeling up in your mental, and it's appealing to your senses, and you start making right decisions. You ain't trying to be out here looking dumb. I say, soon as you start feeling a little better, now you got the art and you got everything down like a sub, and everything is gonna be all right in the club. I said the club is ours. We ain't up in no spot. It ain't dark up in this motherfucker. Light is making it hot, and my peoples are here and they protecting me just like God. And it appears that Everything is going to turn out fine. And that's what I'm looking out for, right? That's mine. All right. Okay. Ah, 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 ah. All right, y'all good? We good? Yo, man, Urban Therapy with Sun752, and this is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752, aka Omar with the rrrr. And if you can't say Omar with the rrrr, well, then you say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should as well. Tonight, we are talking about as soon as you start feeling better. So what are we talking about? We are talking about when you've been sick, when you've been hurt, when you have been locked up, when you have been incapacitated, maybe even comatose. You know, when you've been in a place broke as hell, not able to do the things that you would like to do. And when it lingers on too long, you start not only fantasizing, but you might actually start strategizing about how to make your life better. The things that you're going to do when you get back on your feet, when you get back to your good health, when you finally get, your scales balanced, when you start getting right. That's what we talk about tonight on this Christmas Eve. But really, this show represents December 23rd. So we stuck on Tuesday, even though I understand that we have moved on, crossed over to the 12 o'clock, jumped the broom, literally and figuratively. I know we're on Wednesday, but this is the Tuesday show. And this is what we doing, y'all. This is what we doing, y'all. Doing, y'all. I need y'all to do me one favor. Please hit the like button. Yo, do that thing. Tap it 2 times all of a sudden. And everything just going to work out good. And let's do this thing. First thing, let's get it understood. I'm here to bring positive vibes. I ain't saying you can't disagree, but just make it live. I am down for the conversation to start. We're going to do this thing, drawing it up and playing our part. Everything is going to be just fine. I go for mine and y'all still shine. Yo, I have been ordained by the highest power above. No, let me explain. I ain't saying that I'm religious on any kind of puppet. I make sure that I get my shit. And when I start, I know that I am blessed by the best. And I'ma do this thing and I'm down to pass the y'all know, we know. How it go? What is that? It's something. Oh, okay. All right. There was something I couldn't see. You know what I mean? Like my field of vision was like a little bit different. All right, y'all. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some of my hardware away. I ain't putting it all away. I'm going to put some of the hardware away. I'm going to keep this drum right here because sometimes I need the drum. So I'm going to keep it nearby. Sea World chill. Yo, thanks for that super chat. That's ill. Thanks for keeping it real. Yo, thanks for coming through and watching my skills. Yo, I appreciate y'all. All right, so that's what we're talking about tonight. We only got 6 likes. Okay, so you could look at it like, all right, well, you should be happy with the six likes because there's only 16 people in here, but there are more than 16 people watching. And so if there's 16 people in here, the way I see it, then there should be 16 likes. It helps the channel. I'm not going to sell you nothing. I'm not going to try to ask you for no money. I'm not even going to ask you for a cash app. Like, it's Christmas time. Can't you just donate a little? I'm not going to do that. But I appreciate you, Sea World Chill. Sea World Chill, I appreciate you. Matter of fact, let me start. Let me start and shouting some people out. Thanks for the people who came through to bless me. That first stream got messed up. T. Carey Wright, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. Cheryl Halsey, what's good? Queen Monica, what up, Queen Monica? Thanks for coming through. Thanks for staying up. Nancy Lemaire. Nancy Lemaire, what's good? And let's see, what's that? Lee's David, I think. Merry Christmas from the Philippines. Well, Merry Christmas back to you. Varshay McDonald's always all up in the house. My girl Carla was good. And Ava 2 says, Dear Heavenly Father, come to you and ask you to help this man through anything he's going through. Take all of the stress away, take all of the pain away, and help him walk through the right path. Amen. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling that. I ain't gonna make a mockery. I'm not gonna make a mockery. I was serious. Can't nobody do me like God. Can't nobody do me like. Good. Thanks for the prayer. I appreciate you. What's that, Kuju? What's up, Kuju? All right. Got some good energy. Even what's that? Birmingham Nazir says, "What the fuck is bro doing?" I'm doing what I do. Thanks for coming on through and watching that. And if you're still here, that's what's up. All right. Oh, you said. See, motherfuckers don't understand that the people who come through this, they fucks with me like that. Yeah. I don't think y'all understand. My people's my people's. I mean, you know, you might have some people somewhere that protect you, but you probably don't. That's why you over here trolling and hating. But that's okay. All right, so Dimples D's, what's up, Dimples? How you feeling? And my man, word of Brennan, what's good? Bremen, my bad. Everything good. The song isn't making me feel better, sir. That's okay. You're probably incapable of feeling better, but we're gonna keep trying. Not directly for you, but hopefully you catch some of the residuals. Ain't nobody living for you. Dimple says your stream did go off again, but come right back up. Everything good. That's what's up. SeaWorld Chill says it's been a minute since I see you, man. Now, what's your name? Because they made everybody, they gave everybody the at names. So listen, if you haven't been here in a while, I need y'all to tell me what your name was before they did this. Please. Good looking. Deadly Dangler. I'm something with a lot of H's and A's in it. I'm not gonna try that. Not gonna try it. I was just trying to make sure everybody get acknowledged. That's all I was doing. That's all we doing. Gary Carbone. All right, fuck it. Jeff Sprayberry, what's good? Patriot Watcher. He said my beard's falling off. Oh my God, you're killing me. Dog Mighty. LOL Rock Concert. All right. So look. So like I said, as soon as you start feeling better. So if you've ever been in a bad accident where, maybe you couldn't walk for a while, maybe you couldn't talk for a while, maybe you couldn't dress yourself, raise your arms, You had to go through a lot of rehab, a lot of recovery. You could have been very hurt, or you could have been extremely sick, maybe on the verge of fatality. But you fought your way back. You fought your way back, and as you start to get better, as you start to heal, as you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, you start planning on what you're going to do when you get back to what you were before, when you get back to your normal self, when you get back to the good part of yourself, where you were able to display all of your talents, all of your shine, all of your greatness, all of your blessings, your skills. And that can be a really tough time for some people, especially if you're not the type of person that's used to being sick. Some people grew up being sick all their lives. I know people who are like that. You may know people who are like that too. So it's different for them because they grew up constantly trying to get healthy, trying to get themselves back to a youthful, healthy, strong, virile place. But if you're the type of person that doesn't get sick a lot, and you like to move around, you like to do things, and you like to be outside, and you get hurt or you get seriously ill, you're going to spend a lot of time thinking like, yo, especially in prayer, you might spend a lot of time talking to God like, yo, if you bless me to ever get back right, I promise I'm gonna, I promise I'm gonna, I promise I'm gonna, I promise I'm gonna, promise I'm gonna, I promise I'm gonna, promise I'm gonna, I'ma stay around the corner, I promise I'm gonna, I promise I'm gonna, I'ma warn you, I promise I'm gonna go all around the world. I bet you I would never ever disrespect a girl. I bet you if I ever get my health right or health straight, I'm gonna make sure I'm first in line, never wait. And I'm always gonna be on time. Everything is gonna be okay. Not committing crimes. And I'm on another level. The devil can't get with me because I make sure that I bevel the trees. And I know that if you ever roll like this, yo, you give me another chance, I'ma take a risk and make sure that I secure my future. Even if you make me mad, I ain't gonna pull out and shoot your word. So, yo, I know, yo, this is the way the story go. If you ever fell asleep while you was praying, then you understand where I'm coming from and exactly what I'm saying. Yo, Lord, please deliver me from this bullshit so I can make me another hit. And yo, and I ain't trying to hit another lick. I'ma be the best man that I could ever be, and I'ma do it quick. So yo, get off my dick. Yo, if you're trying to troll, but if I get my health straight, yo, I'm trying to hold on to the power that I possess, and I ain't going nowhere, and I ain't going to let up in the stress. Yeah, used to get me down a lot, but I know how to control my mind, blow up my spot, and you not ever gonna take it away, cause that ain't the way I do, and that's not how I play, and this is where I stay, Philadelphia, PA. I don't know where you be at, but I'm here today, and I'm making sure I'm shine just like a lighter. Yo, I'm getting brighter and brighter. Yo, I'm about to write a whole book about my experience in my life. Yo, 3 kids, a dog, a Volvo, and a wife. Yo, that's how we getting it down. You don't like what I'm doing, you can turn off the stream right now. I ain't inviting you to go, but if you're here, you ain't got nothing to reap and nothing to sow. All right. No more rhyming. No more rhyming. We're going to talk about the stream. We're going to talk about the topic of discussion tonight, which is as soon as you start feeling better. As soon as you start feeling better, then you can get your shit off. You can get your shit off. So I'm going to go and get my chair. The chair is over there. I'm going to get the chair and bring it over here. You hear? Yo, in your ear. I'm going to say it good for you, no accent, and make it clear. What's good, y'all? What's good? Daily Go Get 'em is all up in your area. All up in your area. I said, we got What we got? What we got? What we doing? Yo, Malu, what up, ma? What's good? Good to see you. Good to see you, without a doubt. And my man Jay Sloan is up in here. My man Jay Sliss, my brother, my mellow, my mellow. All right, so y'all get what I'm talking about? Has anybody in here ever been in a very, very bad accident? Mad broken bones, muscles torn, in a cast, in a wheelchair, bedridden for months, maybe years. You know, we talking about can't change yourself. We talking about having to fully depend on somebody else like you was a baby. And even if you've never been that severely hurt, when you are unable to do the things that you're used to doing, it can cause you to be, to be super, super stressed and depressed, because you start thinking about your mortality and you start thinking about your quality of life, and you might even understand how come people take the Dr. Kevorkian route. Those are the things that can happen to you when you're down for too long. So you're going to need people to support you and let you know that tomorrow is coming and you got a chance. It really is coming and you have a chance. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Bailey. Damn, Bailey McGrath says, I'm missing a leg. Wow. If you're serious, that's serious. But if you are serious, then you fully understand. Now, whether you lost your leg, by accident or in war or by diabetes or something like that. First of all, peace to you. That's first of all. And, I hope that things are going okay for you. If you have a prosthetic leg, I hope that, you're learning how to maneuver it well. And I hope everything goes good for you. Damn, Carrie said, I literally almost died. I'm blessed to be here. Salute. Man. Let me see. One person in here I know has a story to tell. That's Queen Monica. Matter of fact, I could tell her story for at least a good portion of it. You know what I mean? I won't, but I could. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person, I always want my people to be doing well. I always want my people to be doing well. And I know we can't all be doing well at the same time, but if I had my choice, we would. Rip Shadows. Scud. But yeah, so, even if you haven't been, seriously hurt or have been deathly ill or mortally wounded, you could just be broke for a long time. That's, people write that off like it don't mean nothing, but it does. When you are used to being financially independent, when you're used to being able to buy the things that you want and even make other people, happy or whatever by the things that you can do for them financially, when you take that hit and you down for a long time, like people lose jobs, people invest in things and it doesn't go right. People get sick or hurt and they have to exhaust their savings or their resources in order, to get money for treatments, and they still may not have enough. So fighting your way back fighting your way back. It can be a long road and a hard fight. So yeah, during that time, you're probably thinking like, yo, man, soon as I get back on my feet, soon as I get back right, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And it's more than just fantasizing. I'm talking about strategizing. Shout out to all my strategists out there, my strategic folks out there, the ones that say, I'm going to do this as soon as I get this. And after I get this, then I'm going to move to get that because I'm going to use this to get that. And then I'm going to use that to get this. Planning your work, working your plan, planning your work, working your plan, planning your work, working your plan, planning your work, working your plan. When you plan your work, your plan, you gotta understand that's how you do it as a man. And even if you're a woman, if you're a lady, you gotta do this shit because it ain't gonna nobody make you. All right. Okay. All right. Driller says you look like you shoot lightning from your fingertips. Ooh. Wow. What a profound thing to say. All right. Malu says, my back got destroyed when I was 22. I'm walking, but I'll never get the same skills back in sports. It's awful, 100, but I'm grateful that I'm walking. Shit. What sport did you used to play? And did you get hurt playing the sport? And if you don't want to reveal that, I mean, I understand. I totally understand. Jay Brown, Virginia says mac and cheese from Thanksgiving just splattered out the. Oh, see, that's what I get for. I'll just read anything just because it's there. I gotta learn not to do that shit. I gotta stop reading off the teleprompter. I gotta say, fuck them comments. Just keep going. Chat don't believe a word he says. We slept together last night and he kissed me. You know what? I'm going to do something I ain't doing in a while. Just because of that. See, we got these gay dudes coming in here pretending to be straight or pretending to be on the down low. Now, if you're gay, you're gay. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of society today tells you that you can hang out regardless of your sexual orientation. But what nobody really likes is when you try to take them down with you. Like, you got people out here that are happily straight, and then somebody like you comes along and tries to fuck up everything. Damn. Well, that didn't go right. Where's my damn triangle? Did I lose my triangle? Where's my triangle? I ain't got time to look for it. It's normally right here where I can find it. Let me get this shit out of the way. All right. Hold on, yeah. I'm gonna find my shit. Let me find my shit. Cause this has to be addressed. This has to be addressed. I'm not letting him get away with this shit. Oh, bitch ass nigga. I ain't having it. I ain't allowing it. There we go. There we go. We got a flag on the play over here. We got a flag on the play. Hold on. Damn, where's my shit? Some mad shit missing. Damn, man. Oh, there we go. All right. We straight. I found what I needed. I found what I needed, everybody. We good. We are good. All right. So. Oh, I was wondering where that. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Oh. Uh. 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 The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. Uh. Uh. Yo. Get your uh. Bitch ass out of here. Uh. Pussy ass nigga. Get the bullshit. Yo. I hope your firstborn son turns rope double dutch. You said bro needs Allah. Here we go. How you know I don't have Allah? How do you know? My name is Sun752. Where you think I got the numbers from, dickhead? That shit you talking about is haram. You coming in here with that haram shit. And I know one thing, you write that shit again, I'm blocking your dumb ass. Because you spamming. And I'm not having that shit. Real Muslims wouldn't spam. You a pussy. All right, so here we go. All right, here we go. All right. That sounds horrible. Do you have neighbors? Fuck you worried about it for? Fuck you worried about it for? What? Why would you worry if I have neighbors or not? Huh? You know what I'm saying? See, I be letting trolls live. Oh, now you saying salam? You giving out salams now? Well, say the whole thing. Since I need Allah. You gonna give me a half-ass salam. Brother, much love from San Diego, but Jesus is the truth. That's what's up. All right, early Ramadan. Yo, stop it. Stop it. Y'all motherfuckers. Yo, something need to be done about y'all niggas, man. Y'all wildin'. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, enough of these distractions. Enough. All right. Like I said, When you're down for a while, when you have been down for a while, sick, hurt, locked up. Shout out to all my brothers on lockdown. Shout out to all my brothers on lockdown. I don't envy y'all even this much. Not even 1 millimeter. Not even a micrometer do I envy anybody who's locked up. And I don't give a fuck what you got locked up for. Whether you was defending somebody else or whether you was out there doing some dirt and you was out there being foul. I wouldn't want to be you. You know what I mean? Because, you know, one thing I always say to black men in particular, because that's my community and that's what affects me and mine. Black men, please listen. You are useless to your community and your family when you're locked up. So you have one job out here, one fucking job. Stay your ass out of jail. That's the only job that you have, because you can accomplish anything as long as you are out here free, healthy, and on these streets. You can come up with a plan. You can win the fucking lottery. You can work hard. You can get some things done. When you behind them bars, you ain't nothing but a liability. Somebody got to put money on your books. Somebody has to come visit you. Your kids don't have access to you. You can't advise them. You can't protect your lady. You can't protect your children. You can't comfort your mother. You can't get wisdom or get anything from your father. You don't have shit. Black man, stay your ass free. Stay free. Whatever you gotta do. So that includes not committing crimes, not getting caught for committing crimes, getting effective legal counsel, making sure that you are good to go. How about just staying positive? How about reading more, experiencing more, doing more, being better? But if you're locked up, you are worthless. I'm not going to say that you a piece of trash, but you are worthless. Like I said, you can't protect your kids. You can't protect your woman. You can't even monitor your woman to make sure she ain't giving the pussy to your cousins, your friends, niggas that you don't know. You have no control when you're locked up. You're under control when you're locked up. And it's an actual fact nobody can deny. So black man, my message to you is stay free by any means necessary. And no, I don't mean running from the fucking cops. I mean not doing the things that will attract the police to you. So if you're out there selling drugs, if you're out there robbing people, if you're out there stealing, if you're out there, racking up fucking traffic tickets, not paying child support, whatever it is. If you are taking chances on your freedom, you become an instant liability. And you're going to be in jail thinking about, when I come home, I'm a, waiting on that release date. Waiting on that release date. Rich says, what if the cops messing with me first? Your job is to stay free. I don't even know if you black. To be honest with you, you don't impress me as a black man. Just saying, real shit. You don't impress me. I'm just saying, son. Yeah, I mean, you don't have a profile. I mean, at least I can't. Let me see what you look like. If you have an actual profile, let me see what this nigga look like. Let me see. Go to his channel. The motherfuckers be hiding their images. Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you a black man. I don't think so. I just don't think so. You're Indian, like I said. You don't impress me as a black man. So I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to black men. Real black men, American black men. I'm not even talking to no other black men. I'm only talking to American born and raised, descendants of American slaves. That's who I was talking to. Everybody else, I mean, you get locked up if you feel like it. I mean, I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. All right. So anyway. Oh man. Light guy, what's good? How you feeling? Joe Blackwell says sometimes it does not matter. You're right, but your job remains the same. Just like if you get with a woman, you might not stay with her. That doesn't absolve you from doing the right things, does it? You might get married and half of marriages, even over half of marriages, all end in divorce. That doesn't absolve you from doing the right things. That doesn't absolve you from any responsibility on your behalf, does it? You might have children, and your children may not do the right things. That shouldn't relieve you of teaching them, molding them, developing them, raising them correctly, educating them, showing them the way, does it? You have one job, black man. Stay the fuck out of jail. That's it. As soon as you get sentenced and are incarcerated, you failed. Now you can pass the test again, you can win again, but you failed. You have failed. Now we can go back to talking to the people that have been sick. Because more than likely, that's not their fault. That's not their fault. Was y'all like Biggie? Like, I was just, the D's knew I was just trying to, I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. Make me some money to feed my daughter. Make me some money to feed my, get the fuck out of here. There's other ways to feed your kids besides selling drugs. And I don't have nothing against nobody selling drugs. I don't. Except for the getting locked up part. Got a problem with that. Rich said, dude, you made my night. You funny as hell. Now you came in here to troll, and now I made your night. Did you subscribe? Let me see if my subscriber count went up. Because all of that praise and all that shit, don't nobody want to hear that shit. Get to work. My subscriber count went up by 2. I don't know if one of those 2 are you. I just don't know. That seems a little suspect. It seems a little suspect. I don't know. I know. I don't know. No sé. Pero no creo. I don't believe you, sir. Nico Gutierrez. Where you from? I'm from around the way. I am from around the way, and Run goes to school every day. And Jay plays the records he has to play, and we get down with no delay. Hey! Philadelphia born and raised, baby. Philadelphia born and raised. Cops will lie. Why are you around the cops? Was you from Jersey? You from a known racial profiling district or some shit like that? See, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. Motherfuckers gotta stop making excuses for. Are you locked up right now? Oh man. Look, Rich, now you hating. Said male his hair, his chat is so behind like his hairline. Get it? Because his hairline receded so much he went bald. That's not exactly how it happened. But I'm bald and I'm fly. I know I look better than you. That's why you watching me. I bet you don't get no pussy. I know you don't get no pussy. I bet you the last time you got pussy, you had to handle it yourself. You had to, no, you didn't rub one out. Yeah, you had to rub one out. You no salami for you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, you motherfuckers crack me up and shit. I'm 55 years old. What's your excuse? That's what I want to know. What's your excuse? That's what I need to know. That's all. That's all. Everything good. Everything good. The D is in the house. Detroit. That's what's up. No Cole. No Cole Jones. I got a lot of people in Detroit. That's what's up. Titans 300. What up? What up? Yeah, am I drinking beer? Damn, what kind of beer is this color? What the fuck? That'd be some thick ass beer, wouldn't it? Please, y'all, hit the like button. Please hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the Daily Go Get It Business Show. I'm your host, Sun752. And we're talking about as soon as you start feeling better. As soon as you start feeling better. You said I'm old? Yes, I am. I'm 55. That is old. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna front. What am I drinking? This is a smoothie that I call Colon Ream. The reason that it's kind of red is because I have beets in there. And you see that black stuff at the bottom? That's black seed. So I have black seed in here. I have turmeric in here. I have echinacea in here. And let's see, black seed, echinacea, turmeric, and chlorella. Those are the herbs that are in here. I also have a lot of garlic in here. A whole clove, a whole bulb of garlic up in here. And not just in this drink, I'm talking about in the whole picture. And let's see, I got tomato, collard greens, celery, beets, cucumber, radish, and red onion. That's what's in here. So this will make sure, I call it colon ream because it's going to take your colon and it's going to take your intestines and literally let you put your hand through your intestines and push this shit out. This will keep you good to go. You will be right and exact with this. That's why, notice I don't have no pimples on my face, none of no crazy shit. I drink a lot of water and I drink this kind of shit. Also fucks with this kind of shit. This is organic oregano oil. Hold on, let me cover up the brand. Organic oregano oil. You see that? I know it looks backward for y'all, but that's organic oregano oil. So I take a couple of drops, drop them under the tongue. I usually empty the whole clip. I empty the whole clip. That's what it looks like. I already did it earlier. That's why I'm not going to do it again. And that shit burns. It burns. It burns. So unlike a lot of y'all unhealthy fucks who are young and smoke weed every day, drinking every day, think y'all practicing health by drinking top shelf liquor. I choose to take care of my body. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't use drugs. But I used to. Not drugs, not smoking. Well, I smoked weed for a good year. A good year. A good year. You don't smoke, that's haram, huh? Well, there are a lot of haram ass Muslims that I know. They haram as fuck. Muslims don't smoke or drink. You want to meet some people I know? I can make a couple of calls right now. Muslims smoke and drink. And not just American Muslims either. Ask me how I know. Go ahead, ask me. Come on, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll tell you. All right. What is your favorite drug? Cocaine. Cocaine, greatest drug ever invented. All right. All right. They not, yeah, exactly. Eat my short, eat my shorts. They not supposed to, but a lot do. A whole lot. Like I said, I could make a couple of calls. I could get them on the show right now. Speaking of getting them on the show, fuck that, I'm calling Kim back. Calling Kim back. She ain't getting out of this shit.
Really? That's what you're doing?
Yeah, you ain't getting out of this shit. Didn't you call me earlier? I'm just returning a call. What's good? Yo, is Kim home? Kim there? Hey, yo, is Kim there? Can I speak to Kim? Yo, Kim, you there? You hear me? Can you, let me make sure the mic is. Hey, yo, you there? Hey, yo. Make sure you hear me and shit.
I can now.
Good. So I called you because I needed your input on a specific topic. We was talking about as soon as you start feeling better. So you know how it is when you've been sick for a long time, or you've been hurt for a long time, or you've been confused and fucked up, you know, going through emotional trauma for a long time. You've been out of sorts for a long time. You've been incarcerated for a long time. You've been incapacitated for a long time. You have been down in the dumps in a serious funk for a long time. You have lost your mojo for a long time. And here you are fighting your way back and contemplating how it's going to be and what you're going to do when you get your shit back right. You ever been in that type of position?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I give two. One was when I fell in the basement, hurt my leg. And you know, that was a very long process that still bothers me, because I told you sometimes it would just go out on me. And then the most recent, of course, was the issue with the bat that resulted in me taking the melatonin and then finding out I'm allergic to it. And that, as you know, was a long progress to even get to the point where I can sleep now. That was what? How many months? That was months that I dealt with that and wasn't getting any sleep. And remember, in the first 2 months, I wasn't sleeping at all, not even naps or anything. The third month, I started taking naps, and now I'm to a point where I can actually get some sleep now. Of course, my sleep pattern is still kind of wonky, but in the beginning, it just, I could feel it. I could feel me not having sleep. Like, there were moments when I'm like, am I going to have a heart attack because my heart is not resetting because I'm not sleeping? I could feel it physically, mentally. It was draining. People were telling me I was cranky. It was making it hard for me to get work done, of course. It was rough. And even like I said, sometimes with the leg from the incident in the basement, sometimes I'm like, it's going to give out. And full transparency, I am scared when I have to get in and out of the shower because I'm like, please do not let my leg go out while I'm doing this. Like, I've never been afraid, but I am now. Just doing different things. And then there's a part of me that is so stubborn that I'm like, I'm not going to get any of the tools I need in this house because I'm not a senior citizen yet. So I struggle with my internal self like, I got this. I'm good. I got this. You've
Mm-hmm.
always been able to do X, Y, Z, but then there's another part of me like, okay, now the next incident could be the one where you are stuck completely because you were blessed to be able to get out of the basement the way you did. Don't push it. So, you know, it's that.
Yeah. Listening to you talk, it made me think of something that I hadn't really thought about on this show. When you have gone through a terrifying event that gives you like a sort of PTSD type of effect, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're the type of person that was used to being very confident and somewhat brave or whatever, and now you're going through that period where, you know, you don't feel that confidence. You don't feel sure of yourself. You don't feel like you can really persevere through certain things, and it can make you gun shy, and that can last for a long time. Like, let's say you were a good swimmer and a fairly good diver, and you suffered a diving incident, maybe dove in a pool that you thought was deeper than it was.
Mm-hmm.
You could have, damn near broke your neck or some shit like that. And you know what I mean? So could have kept you, that's the kind of thing that keeps people out of the water, you know what I mean, for a long time. Like, you might be down to still swim, but that incident could give you flashbacks that would make swimming not as pleasurable as of an experience as it once was.
Oh yeah, it really is a damaging effect. I don't think we even talk about it. The little things to me that seems so small, and I would have never thought just that one incident. Talking about the bad situation, that one incident would have such an impact on my world. Because truth be told, right now I don't turn my lights off just because it's still mentally it still is there. I haven't seen anything, haven't heard anything, haven't anything, but I still haven't gotten over that moment. So all the lights stay on just because of that, you know. And I'm constantly spraying peppermint oil and citronella and all the things I read that would deter a bat. Just because I'm still mentally in that space where if I hear or see any little something out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, is that, you know? So I just never realized that would be so impactful, but it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know when it's going to go away. I don't know when it's going to completely give me back the world I had prior to that. So I guess I'm just kind of adjusting.
Yeah. So, what's the longest that you've gone while feeling like you weren't at your best or at your original? If I don't know if we can use original because we always change it. But what's the longest you've been out of sorts and far away from the self that you're used to and comfortable with?
When did we shut down for the pandemic?
2020 and the end of March.
2020.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
So that's 5 years.
Yeah, I'm still not through that.
Damn.
And
okay.
And no one wants to talk about it in my circle, except for maybe one person.
Okay.
Who understands, but nobody else understands. And you need to get over it. We're good now. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, we fucking or not. And they said, well, Kim, just turn off the television and stop watching it. Are you insane? Stop watching it. Okay. Because that's the way to resolve it. Stop watching it. No, it's not.
You know, I lost.
I don't think. Go ahead.
I lost a lot of people with to COVID.
Hey,
I really did.
People, but I handled a lot of obituaries. That shit hurts the fuck out of me right now.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody understands really how it bothers me, because I come from a group of people who are like, "Oh, you're the strong one," and it's like, "Fuck no, I'm not." Quit saying that. I don't want to be the strong one. How about that? And you can handle it, and we come to you and don't do that. I never signed up for that. I didn't sign up for that. And they think because, you do the obituaries, you kind of speak at the funerals, you get up there, you read the stuff, and da-da-da-da-da, you're okay, but I'm not. I'm not. I told you a week ago, something is happening, I don't know what it is. It's still happening, and I still don't know what it is, and I'm still not fucking okay. But here we are. Because I don't have the privilege of sitting in it. I don't have the privilege of trying to figure it out too much, too long. So I just have to get up and make life happen. That's it.
Yeah.
But I'm not over anything. So the longest it's been is 5 years and still counting. And then you add the other stuff on it. You add on, I was stuck in the basement thinking I'm about to die. You add on to it, I wasn't sleeping, thinking I'm going to have a heart attack if my heart is not resetting because I'm not sleeping. So now is the longest.
Yeah, that's a good wow. Yeah, well, and the crazy thing about the pandemic, you're right, people are discouraged from talking about that shit. And the fucked up part about it was people was discouraged from talking about it while it was going on. While Trump and them was trying to sweep the shit under the rug and acting like nobody wasn't dying or like we had total control over it, and like people were lying about dying. You know what I mean? That shit, when you think about the absurdity of it, motherfuckers to this day are still. Let me just say this, because I don't want to offend nobody. Motherfuckers are still bragging about certain shit stemming from the pandemic that really didn't serve them. You know what I'm saying? I work in a hospital, and I didn't start working in the hospital until near the end of when the pandemic was dying out. Like I started in 2022. But the reason that I was able to get the job in January of 2022 was because motherfuckers was dying. So you had nurses and shit, administrators and shit that was denying that you needed to wear masks, or like they was really believing that Trump shit. And I gotta say the Trump shit because it wasn't everybody. He made motherfuckers disbelieve that shit. He wouldn't wear the mask. He got the vaccine, but denied, but didn't encourage nobody else to do it. He played down the numbers and all of that shit. And they really believed his dumb ass. And they died because of it. dead. Nurses, dead. Dead as fuck. Yo, your cat, wow.
He's so disrespectful.
But yeah.
You know something's wrong, that's why.
Yeah. So, like, they literally were dead to rights. Literally. You know what I mean? Believing in a man instead of believing in your shit. You know, I don't want to tease nobody because nobody won in that situation. But what the fuck? And you know, I wrote something on my social media page last week. I was like, remember when COVID first came out? I remember motherfuckers were saying there's no such thing as COVID. It's the 5G towers. Do you remember that shit? Do you fucking remember that fucking dumbass shit? They said it was the 5G towers spreading this virus. What happened to them? Yo, Kim, what happened to them?
Some of them are no longer here to say that again.
I know some of them still have to be alive. I want to know, well, how'd that turn out? Because 5G's still here like a motherfucker.
Let me tell you one of the worst things this man said during that I haven't talked about. And I try not to think about, but I'm going to say it in this moment. One of the worst things he said was that whole, can't we just use a little bleach? Can we just inject him with a little bleach?
Yo, remember how the doctor looked at Yo, that look she gave him. I was like, anybody see a buffoon?
Stupid fuck. That's how she looked at him. You are a stupid, stupid person. But sadly, one of the obituaries I had to put together was somebody who drank some bleach. Because this was someone who was autistic. And they heard him say that. And they were sick.
Yeah.
And they didn't feel a way out of being sick. So they drank bleach. And it killed them.
Oh my God. Whew.
Can you imagine this family calling me, well, my cousin calling me with this family and said, hey, they need somebody, can we do this, whatever, real quick. And I always try to talk to the loved ones to get an idea of what I need to do. And this mom who just was devastated. And she's like, my boy didn't know. He drank bleach and it killed him because of this idiot who came on public television and said that was okay, and the people who supported him in saying it like it was okay. I've never gotten past that. I think about it every time I use bleach. Like this baby drank bleach because he listened to a fool who said the stupidest thing that any human can say publicly because he was a leader. And so, you know. But this man is back leading the country. So, yay, girl. We're winning.
Well, yeah. All right, fuck him.
You might want to remove somebody from your chat, I see.
Well, no, I already handled that. I don't know what it is about the word nigga that makes makes motherfuckers just like, I gotta do this. Like,
Taboo. It's so taboo to them. They want to say it so bad. I
the,
mean, if they
the,
want to say it so bad, find the nearest hood and go say it. Shout it to the world.
I just want to,
Dance into it. Sing it. Wear a shirt that says it.
I just,
Please do those things.
I just want to know what power it gives. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Like, what? Like, all right, if you do it and I don't do anything to you, then how does it feel? Like, like, is it like drinking a cold Pepsi? Like, oh my God, woo, this shit tastes good as shit. Like,
What's stupid is I got to say it online in a group live where nobody sees me. I'm probably in my mom's basement with my dick in hand, my little bitty dick in hand, typing this word out. Yay! I'm the best. Look how tough I am. This is the stupidest shit. Fucking tough behind a keyboard and a screen.
I just like to know. I'll tell you this though. The worst times, all right, financially, my worst years were between 2000 and I would say 2011 to 2017. That was rough. And you gotta watch out. Like when you're used to being able to, do things, have money, travel, buy shit, have fun, save, and you're not able to do that. And you're constantly worried about your pre-existing accounts and bills being shut off or discontinued. Or one thing that you don't worry about during that time is your credit report, because you're really just trying to keep your head above water. And the crazy part about it is I was working. It wasn't like I was, it wasn't like I wasn't working. It wasn't like I was out of work or unemployed or anything like that. It's just that the job that I had wasn't paying that much, and I was doing something else aside from my job that wasn't paying at all. So I was basically paying my dues. It was like being a college student, except I was 44. Well, 43, 42 when it started. So I know that when your money is fucked up for too long, you get to thinking that it's going to be like that and you're just going to have to work with that. Or you start to think that other people around you don't have as much money as they say they do. It can make you into a hater. Maybe not an outright hater, but a silent hater. You know what I mean? Like, it can start to make your options seem limited, and they're not. You just got to get up off your ass, or you have to come up with a better plan. But yeah, it was tough. It was tough, and when I think back on it, there were plenty of options that I had. But one thing about that experience that I always remember is I was saying, like, soon as I get out of this shit, as soon as I step up, as soon as I get a better job, as soon as I get better wages and all that kind of shit, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to blah, 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 blah. And I did. So I know what it's like. I may not know what it's like to be sick for a long time. I may not know what it's like to be hurt for a long time. I may not know what it's like to be locked up for a long time. I may not know what it's like to be held back by some force, whether it's another person or maybe even a spiritual force. And by spiritual force, I mean, like, some people are, and please, anybody who's religious, don't take this the wrong way, but some people are held back by their religious beliefs. So,
that's true.
So, but I know what it's like to be financially fucked up. And it's not a good place to be. But you get to thinking like as soon as I get back right. It's like as soon as I make it back to the world and shit, like I'm an astronaut in space. or a soldier, on a military base across sea, overseas and shit. Or fighting a war or whatever.
But that is how it makes you feel. It does make you feel like you are out of, because you're literally out of your comfort zone. So it does make you feel like you are out of this world. Mm-hmm. You're out of this space. You're out of what you're used to. So it does make you feel like that.
Mm-hmm. It can have an effect on the way that you think. You know what I mean? Literally. Because you start getting drained of your positivity. And, it's almost like, and this might sound silly to some people, but being broke can make you start thinking like an alcoholic or a drug addict, because they're not speaking from their right mind. And because your money ain't right and you're not feeling right, your judgment can be off with a lot of things too. And unfortunately, a lot of people who are broke drink and get high too. So they kind of burning the candle at both ends and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It can get nasty. It can get nasty. And that's the fucked up part. That was the most fucked up part for me. When I was drinking, financially, I was good. I swear, when I stopped drinking, that's when the bottom fell out of Wall Street. I was like, ain't this some shit?
So you mean in your head, as you were drinking, you were thinking everything is good?
No, it literally was good. I was making money.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My birthright, because remember, I worked me and my dad, family business. Mm-hmm. I had a birthright. I lost my birthright in 2007. Literally. I was never supposed to work for anybody, for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. If you would have talked to me in 2005, 2006, I'd be like, I'll never work for the white man again. Ever. Ever. Yeah, whatever came in 2008. Anyway. Ever just showed up.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
So yeah, that's why you have to have people around you that will remind you of your power, of your influence, of your worth, of your relevance. You have to have people around you who did that, who will do that. And I did have people who did that. That's definitely a blessing. I could have been hooked up with some chick, that was greedy and always asking for shit and expecting shit, or made way more money than me and was bragging about it. That shit like that happens to niggas. You know what I mean? It happens. And that'll keep you even more fucked up and mad resentful.
Yeah. Yes, it would. Mm-hmm. Make the situation worse. And sometimes you need people around who will just listen.
Yeah.
There's the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't need the accolades from people. Sometimes I need them just to listen to what I'm saying and understand.
I need people that'll do what I tell them. As I'm getting older, I'm really starting to accept, my controlling nature. I like it. Like when I get people to do things, that should be making me feel good, like warm and fuzzy inside. I'll be like, you really gonna do that shit? Wow.
Weirdo.
Yeah, I know. I like it though. I suppress this I suppress these desires my whole life up until maybe like 2-3 years ago.
You sound like a serial killer when you say that.
I did. I suppressed it.
These
You got to think. Wait. You got to think. I've worked in management my whole life, and I never embraced telling people what to do. Now I do. I'd be like, yo, I need you to go over here and do that. And I need you to feel good about it. And yo, they be doing it. I'd be like, wow, I should have discovered this when I was like 26.
And I don't like telling people what to do.
I do. That shit is dope.
Yeah, no, that's for me.
That shit is dope. I'm trying to tell you. Come on, Carrie, talking about some liar more than 3 years ago. Anyway. But yeah, working in a hospital, I see people mortally wounded daily. I see people deathly ill daily. I walk through like tonight, I walked through the ICU and I just be like, damn, man, ICU. Now, people, just because you're in the ICU doesn't mean that you're not going to live. But
it feels like it.
That is body bag territory, boy.
Yeah.
That is body bag. I've seen it, yeah. I've experienced a lot of death in my life, and I definitely have increased my numbers in the last 4 years. But man, I also come across a lot of people who are sick and trying to get better. So I hear some of their stories and some of their ambitions about what they're going to do when and if they get better, when and if they get healthier, when and if they recover. And sometimes it's inspiring, and sometimes it's a little demoralizing because I know better. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, ugh. Yeah. You at the crossroads. Ain't too much that can be done. And and I also see the families of the the patients.
Have you ever experienced, since you've been there, have you ever experienced a moment when they tell someone, expect what's inevitable, and then there's a change? It's almost miraculous, a change.
No.
Have you experienced that?
No. So far, when they call the family in, that's it.
I have had the beauty of experiencing that. People get in the bath, say, this is it, and they remove them from life support system, and guess what? There's a change. I have experienced that.
Well, what I did see and what I have seen, I've literally seen people get resuscitated back to life multiple times. Now, last year, I saw this dude. He died on in the emergency room like about 2 or 3 times. They was If you've ever seen somebody get resuscitated through, chest thrusts,
mm-hmm.
and the shit is crazy because they got to take turns. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yo, his ribs is, ribs and breastbone is done. But I've seen them bring somebody back. This dude got shot up real bad, and he was dead. And they worked on him. They had to have worked on him for at least a half an hour straight. They was just tagging next one in. Because his vitals, his vitals were telling them, yo, keep trying. he wasn't flatlining, but he was in trouble. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they brought him back to life and got him up into surgery and then to the ICU. And it was like, this dude ain't gonna make it. I went by his room and I checked him out. And he was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, man. I came back by his room the next week. And I was like, my man, yo, look at you. I was like, how you doing? He's like, man, I'm all right. I'm doing all right. They say I should be going home pretty soon. I said, my dude, you was home. You was almost home. You know what I mean? You had been sent home. I saw you go home and come back outside. He was like, yeah. I said, man, you was rabbit-footed, 4-leaf clover. What's that good luck shit? Whatever. You had a box of all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So I've seen them bring back a few cats.
That's beautiful.
So
I always feel like there is a purpose when that happens. They have a purpose bigger than what they've ever realized. It's something they need to resolve or something.
Well,
Always pleased when that happens.
When you survive something like that, and you've gotten that close to death, what are your plans for the future? Because some cats are going to go right back out there and fuck it up.
Yeah, some do. But for those who take it serious, like that is the thought process is different then. You can't just do it on a quick humble. That's when you really have to stop and take a moment and really assess where you were yesterday and where you want to be tomorrow. You really have to assess it and then consider where you are right now, this moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big responsibility there. That's heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's life ain't nothing to play around with. But while you are alive, your life can take different, it might go through different phases. So the way that you may look at life personally may be so different and far removed from the way other people look at life. So when I see people out here, you know, I've known plenty of people with financial woes and shit like that, bills piling up, you know. I'm going to say this, and I've been saying this for decades. If your problems are, if the highest percentage of your problems are financial, you are in a good fucking space. You are living a good life. Because money can fix anything financial. It can literally cure that. But when your health is failing, when you don't have love in your life, when you don't have any support, when you are in hell, as my late great cousin Simon used to say, hell is needing and can't getting. That's all hell is. So whether you think it's burning and needing something cool or needing not to burn, that's still hell. So hell is any situation in which you have a dire need for something and you can't get it. So if your needs are financial, because around this time, you know, Christmas time, money fucked up. They might not have money to, buy their kids something or their loved ones something or whatever. And they are ingrained in that commercial part of Christmas. And that's what Christmas means to them. This is a tough time for them. But that's nothing compared to when you're dealing with a mental illness and you ain't around nobody who understands that shit or can or is willing to help that. All they know is you a crazy motherfucker and they don't want nothing to do with you. Money can't fix that. Can't fix it. Got heart problems. Money can't fix that. It can get you treatments, but it can't fix it. You know what I mean?
I wanted to just say something about the mental health part. I have a friend who tells me he has oh God, I can't think of what it's called right now. It's on the tip of my phone. Anyway, he's sick, but he has up and down moments. Some days he can get up, drive, do anything he's been able to do his whole life, and then other days, air causes him the worst case scenario pain. And so his father is so a man does this, a man does that, a man. He's so hard on him because the thing is, when he wants to fit, when he feels good and wants to, he can do what he wants to do. He's using his sickness as an excuse. So an example would be, he wanted to go to a concert in Chicago, and he drove himself to Chicago for the concert. So he's fine, but he's just comfortable not being able to work or not going to work. And I'm like, do you think maybe he just felt good that day versus he's just doing it intentionally? And his response is always so, well, if he felt good that day, every time he feels good, he needs to be out here looking for a job that will accept him and his illness and allow him to work since he can't drive a truck anymore. And he just went on and on and on. I want him to feel bad. A man, he should feel bad as a man that he's not working and taking care of his family and being responsible. And I want him to be locked into that. And so he used my kid as an example. He said, your son is so upset that he can't work and my son needs to be like that. And I'm like, wait, let's talk through this together. Take my hand, friend. Let me explain to you why that's not a good thing. The fact that my son is locked into that mental man space where he's not able to work is only making his situation worse. Because now he is locked in self-loathing and he feels like he's worthless and he can't provide anything to anybody. So it makes him say things like, he shouldn't be here. And I'm like, that's not anything you ever want your kid to feel or say. So you have to stop with this. A man would do this. A man would feel like that. A man would blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's a different scenario. Sometimes you just have to stop and listen and understand. Because the slightest bit of mental health is not okay.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's easy for somebody to get caught up in that biblical quote, because he goes by a biblical quote. You know, a man who don't work, he don't eat. Mm-hmm. And he's stuck there. And I'm like, sometimes that's not the answer. You really have to listen to what people are saying and understand it's not always that, and it's not. Like, I would give anything for my kid to just, right, and I know this sounds crazy to say, but I would give anything right now for him to just be, I can't work now, I'm okay with it. I want him to say that so bad, but he's not. and it makes the situation worse.
Yeah. Man, the understanding portion of the human experience, boy. You know, compassion is one thing. Understanding and what's that word? Empathy.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those things that, man, trying to get that shit when you really need it the most is hard as fuck for for some people. You know what I mean? It's
We
like,
weren't prepared. This is the part of being an adult that they didn't teach us, especially our Gen X group. Our parents didn't talk to us about a lot of stuff sometimes, and especially this conversation. They didn't have the conversation with the hard side of adulthood. They didn't have the conversation of this part comes with it too. They talked about the work side. They talked about the being a parent side. They talked about that, but they didn't talk about here's the rest of what goes with it. This is the rest of what goes with it.
mm-hmm.
And we come from a group of people who didn't really believe in mental health and getting help with mental health. They didn't subscribe to that, so they didn't tell us. And as a Black man, I know you and your dad were cool, you were close, all of these things, but I can't imagine your dad sitting and having, hey, a man sometimes has to be a little more gentile, a little more understanding, a little more, emphatic, because your dad was a man, so a Black man at that time, they just didn't do all that.
Mm-hmm.
They did it with the girls. They definitely didn't do it with their sons.
Yeah.
I see what Tom is saying in the chat, but I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Tom. There's more to it than that. It's so much more to it than that.
Mm.
I agree. There are a lot of young men in Atlanta who do some questionable things, but I think there still has to be a conversation somewhere, and our young men are missing the fact that they are loved by their fathers in so many ways, and that doesn't mean a father's not in the household. There are fathers clearly in the household, but their answer is, "I love you by paying these bills. That's how I show I love you. I'm not saying it to you." Or if they're coming to try to speak to their dad, they're just like, "Hey, you a man, get over it." So she broke up with you. Fuck her. When this could have been somebody you really, really cared about, and it's really bothering him. Men tend not to talk. And we do it too. Women do it too. But I think men to men, especially Black men, they don't have conversations with their sons the way they should. And that's just passed down from generation to generation. And that makes it harder. It makes it worse. And then we have another generation of people who are out of sorts as they become adults, because there are some things that are missing that we clearly need. We need whole as a society. Look where we are now. So a lot of people hurting more than we realize. That's why we're having mass shootings and mass stabbings and all these different things. And of course, that stuff is fueled by hate from a group of crazy ass people. And the more that hate is fueled, the worse it gets. And then here we are trying to figure it out and just trying to survive, worried about our kids going to school, worried about going to the grocery store, worried about going to church, worried about just the basic everyday things that we've been used to doing. So, I don't know. It's just been a tough time. I don't think anybody has gotten over a lot of stuff we've been through as a society. And just think about everything we endured this year alone. We're going to carry into 2026. A lot of people are going to carry this into 2026. And then they're going to pile on more stuff from 2026.
A new year ain't nothing but a new day.
It is.
Because the saga continues.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's do the the poll. Let's see. We got 93 votes.
Whoa.
Yeah, we did all right tonight. No, you know, we've been in the algorithm since last week. You know what I mean? They you know, I've been trying to be on my best behavior. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what that means. I don't think you even do, but all right.
You know, no speak of certain people. You know what I'm saying? Certain buzzwords. All right. What is the longest time that you have been sick, hurt, incarcerated, or incapacitated? And the most people, I've never seen a percentage this high, I don't think, on any other polls. 63% said 0 to 6 months. And I guess that makes sense because, you know, there's not a high percentage of people that are down for a long time. I guess not the ones that listen to this channel. All right, 16%. Huh?
I don't think they're telling the truth. Well, go ahead.
Well, this demographic may be telling the truth.
Okay.
16% says 1 to 5 years. 6% said 5 to 10 years. And 14% said 10 years to right now.
14. Right. Wow. That's, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd like to know more about that.
Yeah. So
what would that entail? That's a long time. What does that entail?
It could be a long time because, you know, let's say you could have like a really serious illness. Like, I mean, you could be battling diabetes, sickle cell.
Loss of a parent, loss of a child, those things.
It's things like that, yeah. So whereas now, of course, we're talking about something that totally fucks you up. You know what I mean? We're talking about something that really, really, you know, was life altering. You know, when you're talking about somebody who's dealing with acne for years and shit like that. But even with something like a condition like acne, for somebody who's really insecure, that could be debilitating. You know what I mean? Shit. Just because it's a situation where you just aren't able to get over yourself, it doesn't make it any less serious to you. Like, a lot of people are afflicted with the condition of not being able to get out of their own way. Still a problem. Still a problem for them. All right, Kim, listen, I want to thank you for accepting my call.
You're welcome. Call anytime.
I appreciate you as usual. I want you to have a good night. I want you to try to get some rest.
Certainly. Same for you. Have a good one, everyone. Stay safe. If I don't speak to you again before this day is coming up, everybody have a safe and peaceful and relaxing holiday. Take a moment to reflect on yourself, what you need to do if you want to improve. A moment to breathe it out. Do it. Don't engage with foolishness with your family and loved ones. You don't have to. Fuck them. I mean that about your people, but I mean it. You don't have to deal with that. Nobody has to. Walk away. Your aunties get on your nerves with the bullshit. Fuck her. If your uncle is stuck on some Trump stuff, fuck you. That's it. You don't owe nobody nothing. You don't. Enjoy yourself. And don't worry about these things. Don't do too much trying to worry about a dinner and all that kind of stuff. If the whole thing burns down, get you some peanut butter crackers and sit back and relax. Stranger Things is coming on Christmas Day. Look forward to that. That's it. Love you, family. Fuck the haters and the trolls. Come again. Thank you for building my friend's algorithm. We appreciate you so much. You make this show great. And you are helping to get him paid. Yay! Lucky you. You are so great.
Oh my
Talk to
God.
you, son.
All right, bye. Peace.
I'm out. Peace.
Oh shit. All right, y'all. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious December 23rd, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them, making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are Special. They get the Respect. They are Special. They get the Respect. They are Special. They get the Respect. They get number one out the box, Tanya Porter, Deborah Green Rogers, Latanya Jackson, Felicia Alert James, Habiba Muhammad, Roberta Muhammad, Latanya Coleman Smith, Love Joy, Lisania Villar, Shauna Oliver, Carnell A. Smith Jr., Mark Allen, Natalie Maxwell, and last but not least, Carlena Coleman Parker. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious December 23rd, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. Turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out. Rock on and do the damn to rock out. Rock on and do the damn rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, listen, being down for a while, being hurt for a while, being sick for a while, being locked up for a while, being held down or held back for a while. All of these things can take a toll on your ability to be positive and to inspire and to be inspired. We all have work to do out here in this world, and the work must be done. And sometimes we have to ask ourselves, what are we doing to improve our condition? If we have dreams, aspirations, goals, on a daily basis, it's probably a good idea to ask ourselves what we have done with each passing day to push our goals, push our agenda forward. And do we even know what we really want? Because a lot of people say that they want this, that, and the third, but a lot of times they're mirroring what other people want. You have to at least know what you want out of life. And if you don't know or are unsure of what you want in your life, you can find out. I'm sure you have most of the pieces and most of the clues of what you want out of life. You probably just don't know how to tailor it to yourself. But you are your own man or your own woman. You have your own personality and your own ideas and the way that you think about things. So with each passing day, I would encourage you to evaluate yourself, to find a way to advance yourself at least a little bit every day. You know, if you're at the 1 yard line and you need to get to the 100th yard line, well, do a yard a day. At least you know in 100 days you should be where you want to be. A plan is a plan, a goal is a goal, a mission is a mission. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yo, come get yours. Yo, get mine. 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2 a.m. Yeah, I said 2 a.m. 2 a.m. 2 a.m. I hope y'all enjoy listening to the show as much as I enjoy broadcasting it. I want to thank all of y'all for supporting so hard, especially y'all who come through on a daily basis. I know it ain't easy, but y'all sure make it seem like it is. And trust me, it's not going unnoticed, and it definitely doesn't go unappreciated. Please hit the like button, share the show, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And we are in motion. Yes, we are. So, yo, I holler at y'all tomorrow. Even though tomorrow is Christmas Eve, going into Christmas, I'll be here. You can always count on me. Oh, yeah. Queen Monica says, happy birthday to my mom, Ingrid, who held me down while I was down. I'm a witness. She definitely did that. Definitely did that. All right. Yo, how's y'all tomorrow? Y'all have a good night. Be safe. It's either time to go to work or time to go to bed. With whichever one, do that shit with fervor. Peace.